In the quaint town of Silverbrook, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, life was peaceful. The locals were a close-knit community, and children spent their days playing in the tranquil woods that bordered the town. But one fateful day, everything changed. It all began innocently enough, with a school art project assigned by Mrs. Lawson, the gentle and caring art teacher at Silverbrook Elementary School. Each child was asked to draw their favorite place in the forest, and their imaginations took flight. As the drawings were hung in the school's hallway, parents, teachers, and passers-by admired the colorful depictions of the serene woods. However, as the days passed, some observant residents started to notice a chilling pattern in the drawings. In each one, a different child stood alone amidst the trees, their joyful expressions replaced by subtle hints of fear. Behind the trees lurked twisted, dark figures, obscured by shadows, but their presence was undeniable. Mrs. Lawson herself couldn't explain the eerie element that unknowingly crept into the children's artwork. The town of Silverbrook soon became the subject of whispered rumors and unnerved conversations. Parents gathered in hushed clusters, comparing notes about their children's behavior. They realized that the young artists who drew those unsettling pictures were beginning to act strangely. Tommy Stevens, the boy who had depicted a sunny glade in his drawing, now refused to enter the woods. He claimed that something was watching him, following him, though no one could see anything unusual. Samantha Porter, who drew a cheerful picture of a babbling brook, had developed insomnia. Her parents often found her sitting by her window, eyes darting fearfully into the night, as if she was expecting something dreadful to emerge from the forest shadows. As the town's unease grew, they turned to Sheriff Miller, a level-headed man with a reputation for keeping the peace. He attempted to quell their fears, dismissing the drawings as coincidental figments of children's imaginations. But deep down, even he couldn't shake off the uncanny feeling that clung to the drawings. As days turned to weeks, the situation only worsened. Children who had drawn the eerie images began to experience vivid nightmares. They woke up screaming, describing the same dark figures from their drawings tormenting them in their sleep. The parents were desperate for answers, and Mrs. Lawson, racked with guilt, agreed to hold a meeting at the school to address their concerns. During the meeting, an elderly woman named Eliza stepped forward. She was known in Silverbrook as the village historian and had a wealth of knowledge about the town's mysterious past. Eliza shared a chilling tale from generations ago when the forest was feared for its malevolent spirits. Legend had it that the woods were once inhabited by a dark cult that performed sinister rituals to appease vengeful entities. The cult's members had vanished mysteriously, but their malevolent spirits were said to linger, seeking revenge on the town that had driven them away. As Eliza spoke, a sense of dread washed over the room. The townsfolk couldn't help but connect the legend to the children's drawings and their ominous depictions of the forest. Despite Eliza's warning, curiosity got the better of some residents. A group of brave souls decided to venture into the woods to unravel the mystery and put an end to the chilling omens plaguing their town. Sheriff Miller, along with Tommy's father, Mr. Stevens, Samantha's mother, Mrs. Porter, and a few other determined individuals, set out one moonlit night. Armed with flashlights and uneasy resolve, they entered the forest. As they walked deeper into the woods, they felt an oppressive atmosphere, the air thick with an unsettling silence. The twisted trees seemed to move, casting eerie shapes and shadows that played tricks on their minds. Strange whispers echoed around them, as if the very forest was alive and conspiring against their intrusion. As the group pressed on, they stumbled upon an ancient clearing deep within the woods. In its center stood a decaying altar, remnants of the cult's long-forgotten rituals. Fear gripped their hearts, but they knew they had to confront whatever dark presence lay dormant. In the distance, they saw the figures from the drawings, coalescing from the shadows. The malevolent spirits began to advance menacingly, their intentions unmistakably hostile. Fighting their own dread, the group bravely confronted the vengeful entities. Words of protection and strength were spoken, and they brandished talismans brought by Eliza, hoping to shield themselves from the malevolence. A battle between light and darkness ensued, the air crackling with energy as the forces clashed. The entities seemed intent on luring them into despair, showing them their worst fears and regrets. At the center of it all, Sheriff Miller found himself facing a manifestation of his own guilt and regret over not paying enough attention to the children's drawings. He realized that these drawings were not mere coincidences, but a warning that had been overlooked. Harnessing the strength of remorse, he rallied his companions to stand firm against the onslaught. With each step, they drove the malevolent spirits back, their determination unwavering. As dawn broke, the spirits dissipated, vanishing like mist under the first rays of the sun. Exhausted but victorious, the group emerged from the forest, triumphant over the malevolence that had gripped their town. The children's drawings were never again filled with unsettling images, and the forest seemed to regain its serene beauty. The town of Silverbrook learned a valuable lesson that day, to never dismiss the imagination of children and to heed the warnings of unsettling omens. The forest remained a place of wonder and enchantment for the children of Silverbrook, and the memory of that fateful night gradually faded into the realm of local legend. But the experience left an indelible mark on everyone involved, a reminder that darkness can sometimes hide in the most innocent of places. And so, the town of Silverbrook lived on, vigilant and united, lest the malevolent spirits ever return to haunt their tranquil forest once more.